Our planet, a vibrant sphere of life, pulsates with a secret rhythm, the heartbeat of the oceans. Covering over 70% of Earth's surface, these vast, swirling bodies of water are the lifeblood of our world. Yet despite their immense size and power, the oceans are fragile, vulnerable to the impacts of human activities. Understanding the oceans, their importance, and the threats they face is crucial for the future of our planet. The oceans remain a realm of mystery, a vast, unexplored frontier that continues to captivate our imagination. Extraordinary creatures, some bizarre, some beautiful, dance in a delicate ballet of survival. Coral reefs, bursting with color and life, provide shelter for countless marine species. The oceans are a treasure trove of biodiversity, a living library of evolution that holds clues to the origins of life itself. Pollution from plastic waste, agricultural runoff, and industrial discharge is poisoning marine life and destroying habitats. Overfishing is decimating fish populations, disrupting the delicate balance of the food chain. By understanding the oceans, their wonders, and the dangers they face, we can begin to chart a course towards a healthier, more sustainable future. The Atlantic Ocean, the second largest of the world's oceans, is a realm of remarkable contrasts. From the icy Arctic waters of the north to the warm tropical currents of the south, the Atlantic is a stage for an incredible diversity of life. Towering underwater mountains known as mid-ocean ridges rise from the ocean floor, spewing volcanic heat and creating unique ecosystems. The Atlantic is a vital source of food and livelihoods for millions of people, supporting bustling fisheries and coastal communities. Yet, beneath the surface beauty, the Atlantic faces growing challenges. Overfishing, pollution, and climate change are all taking a toll on this vast ecosystem. We must address these threats head-on if we are to preserve the health and vitality of this vital ocean for generations to come. The Atlantic Ocean has long been a source of abundance for humanity. For centuries, its rich fishing grounds have provided sustenance and livelihoods for coastal communities around the world. Yet, this abundance is not limitless. The advent of industrial fishing in the 20th century marked a turning point in the relationship between humans and the Atlantic. The result has been a dramatic decline in many fish populations, with some species, like Atlantic cod, driven to the brink of collapse. Sustainable fishing practices based on scientific data and a precautionary approach are essential to ensure the long-term health of fish populations and the livelihoods of those who depend on them. The pristine image of the Atlantic Ocean, its surface shimmering under the sun, belies a growing threat lurking beneath the waves: plastic pollution. Millions of tons of plastic waste enter the ocean each year, carried by rivers, blown by winds, or discarded directly into the sea. The plastic pollution in the Atlantic is not just an eyesore, it is a serious threat to marine life, ecosystems, and potentially human health. Reducing plastic consumption, improving waste management systems, and developing innovative solutions for cleaning up existing plastic pollution are critical steps in addressing this global crisis. Despite the daunting challenges facing the Atlantic Ocean, there is hope on the horizon. Marine protected areas, where fishing is restricted or prohibited, are being established to safeguard critical habitats, allowing fish populations to recover and ecosystems to regenerate. Innovative technologies are being developed to clean up plastic pollution, from floating barriers that collect debris to specialized vessels that skim microplastics from the surface of the water. Public awareness of the importance of ocean conservation is growing, with people around the world demanding action from their leaders and making changes in their own lives to reduce their environmental impact. By harnessing the power of collective action, Driven by a shared commitment to protect our planet's blue heart, we can chart a course towards a healthier and more sustainable future for the Atlantic and all the world's oceans. The Pacific Ocean, the largest and deepest of Earth's oceans, is a realm of superlatives. It holds the deepest point on Earth, the Mariana Trench, a chasm so deep that Mount Everest could be submerged within it with miles to spare. Underwater volcanoes, strung like pearls along the Pacific Ring of Fire, erupt with fiery fury, building new islands and shaping the ocean floor. Within this dynamic environment, marine life thrives in astonishing diversity. From the microscopic to the colossal, the Pacific Ocean teems with life, a testament to the power of nature's creativity and resilience. Yet even this vast and mighty ocean is not immune to the impacts of human activities. The Pacific Ocean is home to some of the most spectacular and diverse coral reefs on Earth. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, provide habitat, food, and breeding grounds for countless species of fish, invertebrates, and marine mammals. But these delicate ecosystems are under threat from a variety of stresses, including pollution, overfishing, and climate change. During El Niño events, warm waters spread across the equatorial Pacific, causing widespread coral bleaching. If the warm waters persist, bleached corals can die, leading to the collapse of entire reef ecosystems. The idyllic image of the Pacific Ocean, its turquoise waters lapping gently against white sand beaches, belies a growing crisis: plastic pollution. Millions of tons of plastic waste enter the Pacific each year, carried by rivers, blown by winds, or discarded directly into the sea. The North Pacific Gyre, often referred to as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, is estimated to contain over 1.8 trillion pieces of plastic, weighing over 87,000 tons. The plastic pollution in the Pacific Ocean is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet and the far-reaching consequences of our actions. Reducing plastic consumption, improving waste management systems, and developing innovative solutions for cleaning up existing plastic pollution are critical steps in addressing this global crisis. Despite the daunting challenges facing the Pacific Ocean, there is hope on the horizon. Indigenous communities who have lived in harmony with the Pacific for centuries are sharing their traditional knowledge and practices to guide conservation efforts. Conservation organizations are working with governments, businesses, and local communities to establish marine protected areas, reduce pollution, and promote sustainable fishing practices. By working together, sharing knowledge, and taking action, we can protect the Pacific Ocean, its rich biodiversity, and the livelihoods of millions of people who depend on it for generations to come. The Indian Ocean, the third largest of the world's oceans, is a realm of vibrant contrasts, a tapestry woven from ancient cultures, diverse ecosystems, and a unique geological history. Its warm waters, swept by monsoon winds, support a rich tapestry of life, from the coral reefs teeming with colorful fish to the deep-sea trenches harboring creatures yet to be discovered. From the spice traders of the Malabar coast to the pearl divers of the Persian Gulf, the Indian Ocean has shaped civilizations and fueled economies for millennia. Its currents play a crucial role in regulating global climate patterns, distributing heat around the globe, and influencing monsoon seasons that sustain agriculture and livelihoods for billions of people. From the surface to the depths, the Indian Ocean is a treasure trove of biodiversity, a living testament to the power and beauty of the natural world. The Indian Ocean is unique for its dramatic seasonal cycles, driven by powerful monsoon winds. These winds reverse direction twice a year, bringing torrential rainfall and dry weather. This shift impacts currents, water temperature, and nutrient availability, Upwelling currents bring nutrient-rich water, fueling phytoplankton blooms and a complex food web. The intensity of monsoon winds varies, leading to unpredictable weather patterns. Climate change exacerbates these fluctuations, threatening coastal communities. The coastlines of the Indian Ocean are home to some of the most densely populated regions on Earth. From bustling megacities to serene beaches, these areas are vital for human well-being. However, they face unprecedented pressures from human activities and climate change. Rising sea levels are eroding coastlines and increasing flood risks. Pollution is contaminating coastal waters and damaging marine ecosystems. Overfishing is depleting fish stocks and endangering livelihoods. The destruction of coastal habitats exacerbates these problems. Despite the challenges facing the Indian Ocean, there is hope. Communities, governments, and organizations are working together to protect its rich biodiversity. Marine protected areas are being established to safeguard critical habitats and allow ecosystems to regenerate. International collaborations are fostering knowledge exchange and addressing challenges like marine pollution. Education campaigns empower sustainable choices. By embracing ocean stewardship, we can ensure the Indian Ocean supports life for generations. The Arctic and Southern Oceans encircling the poles represent the most extreme marine environments on Earth. Shrouded in darkness, battered by storms, and locked beneath ice, these realms seem inhospitable, yet life thrives in these icy waters. Polar bears and penguins have evolved to survive these harsh conditions. Krill form the base of the food chain, sustaining whales, seals, and seabirds. Hydrothermal vents support unique ecosystems in the barren depths. The polar oceans are intricately connected to the global climate system. These icy realms are now on the front lines of climate change, warming faster than anywhere else. The Arctic Ocean, once a frozen fortress, is undergoing a dramatic transformation. Rising global temperatures are causing the Arctic sea ice to melt at an alarming rate, shrinking in extent and thinning in thickness. This loss of sea ice has profound implications for the Arctic ecosystem and the people who depend on it. Polar bears, reliant on sea ice for hunting seals, their primary prey, are facing shrinking hunting grounds and increasing competition for scarce resources. Walruses, forced to haul out on land in larger numbers due to the lack of ice flows, are experiencing increased mortality, particularly among calves. The melting of the Arctic is also opening up new shipping routes and opportunities for oil and gas exploration, bringing with it the risks of oil spills, habitat disruption, and increased pollution. The Arctic, once a pristine wilderness, is becoming increasingly industrialized, raising concerns about the long-term impacts on this fragile ecosystem. The fate of the Arctic is inextricably linked to the global community's efforts to mitigate climate change. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions, transitioning to renewable energy sources, and promoting sustainable practices are essential to slowing the rate of Arctic warming and protecting this unique and vulnerable region. The Southern Ocean encircling Antarctica is a realm of stark beauty and astonishing biodiversity. Towering icebergs drift across its surface, their blue hues reflecting the pristine waters below. Penguins, seals, and seabirds congregate in vast colonies. Whales migrate to these nutrient-rich waters to feed. The Southern Ocean regulates the global climate, absorbing heat and carbon dioxide. Rising temperatures cause glaciers to melt, contributing to rising sea levels. Ocean acidification threatens marine organisms, altering the pH of seawater. Protecting this unique biodiversity requires international cooperation and sustainable practices. The polar oceans, though geographically distant, are intimately connected to the rest of the planet. The fate of the Arctic and Southern Oceans is intertwined with the global climate system, the health of our oceans, and the well-being of humanity. Protecting these vital ecosystems requires a collective effort driven by a shared understanding of their importance and the threats they face. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions, Transitioning to renewable energy sources and promoting sustainable practices are essential to mitigating climate change, slowing the rate of ice melt and protecting polar wildlife. Establishing marine protected areas where fishing and other extractive activities are restricted or prohibited can safeguard critical habitats, allowing marine life to recover and thrive. International cooperation is crucial for addressing transboundary challenges such as overfishing, pollution, and the impacts of climate change. By working together, sharing knowledge, and taking action, we can protect the polar oceans, these icy realms of wonder and importance for generations to come. The future of the Arctic and Southern Oceans, and indeed the health of our planet, rests in our hands. From the sun-dappled shallows of coral reefs to the inky depths of the abyssal plains, the world's oceans are a symphony of life, a testament to nature's boundless creativity and resilience. They are home to creatures both bizarre and beautiful, from the colossal blue whale, the largest animal ever to have lived, to the iridescent cuttlefish, master of camouflage and communication. We have journeyed through the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic, and Southern Oceans, each unique in its character, yet interconnected in the intricate web of life. We have witnessed the power of the oceans to shape civilizations, drive climate, and provide sustenance for billions of people. Yet alongside this awe-inspiring beauty, we have encountered a stark reality. Our oceans are under threat. Pollution, overfishing, and climate change are pushing these vital ecosystems to the brink. We have seen the devastating impacts of plastic pollution, the silent killer that chokes marine life and disrupts entire food webs. We have learned how overfishing is depleting fish stocks, jeopardizing livelihoods, and disrupting the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. And we have witnessed the profound changes wrought by climate change, from rising sea levels that threaten coastal communities to ocean acidification that weakens the very foundation of marine life. The challenges facing our oceans can seem overwhelming, but it is important to remember that every action, no matter how small, has the power to create ripples of change. Just as a single drop of water can create expanding circles in a pond, so too can our individual choices have a far-reaching impact. By reducing our reliance on single-use plastics, we can stem the tide of plastic pollution that is choking our oceans. By making sustainable seafood choices, we can support responsible fishing practices that protect marine life and livelihoods. By reducing our carbon footprint, we can help mitigate the impacts of climate change on our oceans. Beyond individual actions, we must advocate for systemic change. We can support organizations working to protect our oceans, hold our elected officials accountable for enacting policies that safeguard marine environments, and demand that corporations take responsibility for their environmental impact. Educating ourselves and others about the importance of ocean conservation is crucial. By sharing our knowledge, raising awareness, and inspiring action, we can create a ripple effect that extends far beyond our own circles. Despite the daunting challenges, there is hope for the future of our oceans. Around the world, scientists, conservationists, policymakers, and communities are working tirelessly to find solutions and implement sustainable practices. Marine protected areas where fishing and other extractive activities are restricted or prohibited are being established to safeguard critical habitats, allowing marine life to recover and thrive. Innovative technologies are being developed to clean up plastic pollution, monitor ocean health, and promote sustainable fishing practices. International agreements are being forged to address transboundary challenges, such as overfishing, pollution, and climate change. Education and awareness campaigns are empowering individuals and communities to become stewards of the ocean. The journey towards a healthier ocean is a collective one, requiring collaboration, innovation, and unwavering commitment. By harnessing the power of human ingenuity, guided by a deep respect for the natural world, we can chart a course towards a future where our oceans teem with life for generations to come. The oceans are our lifeblood, our planet's beating heart. They're a source of wonder, inspiration, and sustenance. The legacy we leave for future generations depends on the choices we make today. Let us choose to be guardians of the ocean, protectors of its beauty, and champions for its health. Let us act with urgency, guided by science and fueled by a shared commitment to safeguarding this precious blue planet for all who call it home. The time to act is now. The future of our oceans, and indeed our own, depends on it.